Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Dr. Ghost and today we are going to be taking a look, doing a deep dive into none other than the USS Missouri, Tier 7 Premium United States Navy battleship. And oh my goodness, I am so excited to do a review of this ship. I'm so excited to get into this. We're going to do a little bit of history as well. Not too much, I don't want to make the video 5 hours long as this ship does have a pretty impressive service history. There is some pretty historical significance on this vessel here. So, with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and dive right in, shall we? So, for the upgrades in Loadout, we are running Main Battery Mod 2, Propulsion Mod 2, we're running Concealment Systems Mod 2, and we are running Artillery Plotting Room Mod 2. For the Loadout, we've got High Explosive and Armor Piercing. We have Standard American Damage Control Parties, along with some Repair Parties. We've got 3 of them. And that's right, this ship comes with radar. Yeah, and it's not just any radar, it's very good radar. 9.5 kilometer detection of ships and a 35-second duration. This is some pretty juicy stuff right here. Missouri is the only Iowa-class battleship in the game to have radar, and I think it's one of the only battleships in the game to have radar. There's not many out there. There are a couple, but I think like the only other one is the Giuseppe Verdi at Tier 8. But anyway, who cares about that? Let's move on to the boosters. So we're running an Epic Battle, or an Epic Credit booster. This increases our credit gain. Obviously a no-brainer. And of course, we're running an Epic Battle booster that increases our overall battle performance, as you guys can see at the pluses there, and the minus there too. We are running the Fleet Pioneer flag, and we're running the Type 9 camo that the ship comes with. Fun fact, this is actually the camo that was, I think, on the USS Missouri during World War II. So this is actually a significantly historical camo here. Pretty awesome. Now, moving on to the specs, we've got 67,800 hit points and a 25% torpedo damage reduction. That's 5% better than the Iowa, by the way, if I'm not mistaken. Iowa. Yeah, no, actually the same as the Iowa. Huh, interesting. Okay, well, moving on to the artillery. We've got 9 16-inch 406mm Mark 7 50 caliber guns. These guns shoot out to 20.1 kilometers on my build, and of course I got a 30-second reload, which is pretty average. And we have a 180-degree turn time of 28.6 seconds, which is pretty damn spicy for a battleship. Now for the HE shell maximum damage, we've got 5,700 with a 36% chance of setting fires. And now the AP shell maximum damage is 14,850. Pretty damn spicy. We do also have some secondary guns. They are 127mm 5-inch Mark 32 dual-purpose guns. In case you guys do not understand what dual-purpose means, it's pretty important because dual-purpose guns are guns that don't just fire at naval targets, but they can also fire at air targets. That's right. The secondary armaments here, we've got a lot of them, they count as AA guns as well. Speaking of AA, we've got 20mm Orlikins, 177 average damage per second. We've got some 40mm Bofors, 318 damage per second. And of course, like we were just talking about in the secondaries, those 127mm 5-inch guns also count as AA, with an average of 151 damage per second. Moving on to the maneuverability. The maneuverability of the ship is pretty good in terms of speed. It is a fast battleship at 27.8 knots. Now, for the turning circle radius, here's where the downside is. The rudder shift is pretty bad, and the turning circle radius is pretty bad. 920 meters with a 20.4 second rudder. The reason being is mainly because, well, the Iowas are very long ships, as you guys can see. And if you take a look at the Massachusetts, for example, these are a lot more narrow and, well, more suited to turn better. So that is one major downside with the Missouri, and all Iowas, for that matter. Now, taking a look at the armor. The Missouri does have very good armor. Actually, fun fact, it also has better armor than the Iowa. So, you've got some 32mm bow and stern armor. And another cool thing about this armor, 32mm can ricochet shells up to 16 inches. So, anything that has 18-inch guns will overmatch you, which there's not many at Tier 7 other than Musashi. But if you're getting shot by armor-piercing shells through the bow, they aren't going to be able to do anything for you. Or for them, rather. 16-inch guns, or smaller. Anything bigger than 16-inch guns, Georges also can't overmatch you. They can only overmatch 30mm, by the way. But anything like Yamato's with 18.1-inch guns will go straight through your bow like butter. But that's it. So yeah, armor's pretty good. Now, here's where the armor is actually better than the Iowa. There is a 38mm torpedo protection here. Okay, keep an eye in the middle there. Look at the middle there, guys. Just memorize that. I'm gonna go take a look at the Iowas. You guys see it? There's a green strip there. There is only 25mm of side plating on the torpedo protection. And if you take a look at the Missouri, there is a 38mm of side plating. So, there is actually significant better protection there on your side. Pretty nice. Taking that away, you do have a lot of superstructure. That is one downside with the Iowas. Lots of superstructure to get farmed. But if you can learn to position and just get good, well, you can majority of the time deal with it just fine. Now, for the casemate armor and the belt, you've got 38 to 307mm of armor on the sides there. Very good, very good. And the turret armor, well, turret armor is absolutely phenomenal. We don't really need to get into that. And for the Citadel, you are just below the waterline there. People need to aim quite low to hit your Citadel. So, there you go. But it is a very large Citadel, so you're more susceptible to plunging fire across the map from battleships. Now, moving on to the overview. It has long reach, fast, and big guns. Missouri, one of the 4 Iowa-class battleships that were the fastest ships of this time, or of this type, in the world during that time, rather. She carried very powerful main battery guns and boasted excellent AA defense and reliable torpedo protection. Pretty true. The USS Missouri entered service in 1944, and there were 6 ships in the series. Keep in mind, though, only 4 were built. The other 2 were abandoned, essentially. Now, for the commander, we're running Tony P. Westdriver, a.k.a. William Sims. We're running William Sims, okay? So don't let that fool you. It's just a guise, so... Anyway, I'm going to put that back on. I like some cool shell tracers. But for the inspirations, we're running Robert Jajard and Andrew Cunningham. For the base trait, we've got Built to Last, Flammable Cannoneer, Gyrating Drill Bits, Marksmanship, Reaching Out XXL, and of course the good old classic Will to Rebuild, aka Skill to Rebuild. He's a legendary 4, rank 16 captain. And before we get on to the gameplay, I am going to cover a bit of the history of the USS Missouri, okay? Now, there is some timestamps down below, so if you guys want to skip ahead, you guys are more than welcome to. There are some timestamps for you. But if you guys want to learn a little bit about the history of the Missouri, stick around, because this ship has some very cool history we're going to get into right now. So, USS Missouri has proudly served throughout World War II, the Korean War, and the Gulf War for a 51-year-long career. That is amazing. Launched from the Naval Shipyard in Brooklyn in 1944, USS Missouri entered the Pacific Theater in early of 1945. She participated in the invasion of Iwo Jima and Okinawa. She joined in on airstrikes and shore bombardment on mainland Japan. Most famously, the battleship hosted the surrender ceremony of Japan on the 2nd of September, 1945. That's right. This ship right here, USS Missouri, Battleship 63. For the U.S. Navy, the Japanese surrendered right there. I'm going to highlight it for you guys in the editing portion, but that is exactly where the Japanese surrendered. I'm going to put some pictures up, too, of the Japanese surrendering to the Americans at the end of the war. But yeah. By the way, fun fact, the World War II did not end in Germany. It ended in the Pacific. The Germans were already defeated before the Japanese were. So World War II went on even after Europe was healing after Hitler's horrible, horrible atrocities. So, yeah, the Japanese surrendered later in September in 1945. So there you go. The Missouri, man, during World War II, like most of the Iowa-class battleships, were mainly escort ships. They were in a lot of carrier forces, and they did a lot of shore bombardment missions. And the Missouri also did shoot down a lot of kamikazes. She helped shoot down aircraft, and throughout her service, during not just in World War II, but in general, in all 3 wars that she was in during her 51-year-long career, she earned up to 11 battle stars. So there's some pretty significant history here with this ship. But the main thing I want to talk about is just the fact that not only did the Japanese surrender on this ship, well, she's also in where World War II for the Americans started. Today, the USS Missouri is sitting right where the war in the Pacific started, in Pearl Harbor. she's looking over the USS Arizona. So it's pretty ironic that the USS Missouri is where the war started and where the war ended. So there you go. Fun fact. But anyway, let's move on to her service during the Korean War. So, USS Missouri returned to the Pacific for the Korean War, deployed from the September of 1950 to March of 1951. And again from September 1952 to March of 1953. The battleship supported the final days of the Battle of Incheon by providing shore bombardment and was present for the Battle of Chosin Reservoir, providing fire cover for the Marines throughout the war. She steamed with and provided anti-aircraft cover for aircraft carriers in their task force in addition to bombarding Korea's coastline. Once again, Missouri was just escorting people, shooting things up like good old classic battleships do. Okay? Now, after the Korean War, she was decommissioned in 1955. The battleship found a new life in 1986. She participated in the Operation Ernst Will in the Middle East, escorting Kuwaiti tankers flying under the U.S. flag. In the 1990s, Missouri returned to the Middle East to bombard Iraqi forces in Kuwait and Saudi Arabia, and participated in the Battle of Khafiji. That's right, she didn't just serve in Korea, she served in the freaking Gulf War in the 90s. This ship was everywhere, like I said. And in 1992, the battleship was decommissioned for a final time, and in 1998, she opened her watertight doors again as a historic museum, which you guys can go ahead and see in Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. Like I said earlier, the USS Missouri is where the war started, and she's where the war ended, okay? Now, with all that out of the way, a little bit of history there for the USS Missouri. I thought it was only right, because this ship right here is very significant in American history. She is the surrender ship of the Americans. She is the ship that the Japanese signed the surrender treaty on. So it's very significant there. And, well, she had a very impressive battle history. You guys can look on Google and wherever for some very in-depth history of the Missouri. She did a lot. She didn't just bombard stuff. She also did shoot down aircraft and did a lot of other things too, including dodged quite a few kamikaze attacks and even had her own burial for one of the crews of the kamikazes. Because, well, there's a bit of honor in that. Dying for your leader is, well, in terms of military career, that's very honorable. But some can say that the Japanese were a little crazy, but, well, shit. That's a desperate country at that time, and, well, shit happens during war. So, anyway, I'm not going to get too deep into that. We're going to move on to the gameplay portion of today's video. I hope you all do enjoy it. Alrighty, first game in the Missouri. So, yeah, we're in the Missouri. I'm quite excited.
Battle starts.
I am quite excited to play the ship. We have HE loaded, that's right. We haven't even played the ship yet. So, I'm just gonna, see what happens, man. So, the Iowas, as we know, well, you need to be very careful. Play your ship well, because as you guys can see, Iowas are very big ships, very long ships. They're very susceptible to getting torpedoed. So, and it looks like there's an Akatsuki on the enemy team, so that's something to worry about. Now, I think what we're going to do is we're going to turn to the left, so we have some escape routes here. We got some big cover there, we got some cover here. I want to go ahead and utilize the hell out of it. So right off the bat, we got a Bismarck and Siegfried. Hello. Maybe we can get that around the island. Yeah, we got one off. That might hit. You never know. You never know. One shell, maybe? No, unfortunate. Well, we did hit a majority on the island there, so hey, what can you frickin' do? But anyway, what we're actually going to do is a destroyer in the cap. We know this because, well, nothing else could be in the cap. It'd be spotted, so it's a destroyer. And we're going to pop a radar. Hello, how you doing? Oh, this is fun. Uno reverse, bitch. How you doing, Akatsuki? I am USS Missouri. It's nice to meet you. Well, 2 hits. It's better than nothing. Unfortunately, we didn't lead him enough, so we missed the majority of our shells, which is okay. But we're making him disappear from the cap. That is fantastic. Hopefully this Z-35 gets in the cap. I'm gonna go and ping it there. Come on, Z-35, get into the cap, man. Get into the cap. Let's take a shot at this Akatsuki again. We might as well. I said I was going to use cover, but man, in the heat of the moment, when I see a freaking Akatsuki, I have to freaking radar and chase it a little. You know what I mean? But anyway, I digress. Let's go ahead and switch targets here to the Bismarck that is YOLOing in, like most retard German battleships do. Part of my language, but let's be real, it's the truth. This guy has not much support, and he's YOLOing in. Come on, man, you know better. You know better. We can easily aim in his superstructure and slap him around. Now, if he rams me, he's an utter coward, and you deserve a block if you ram me. I swear to God, I have no respect for rammers. Well, so what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to just in case, go full forwards and, well, get our guns off. Now, thankfully, thank God he's not going for the ram, so we can go ahead and do this to him. Good night.
The ship is on fire.
Hey, who says Missouri can't brawl? Who says the Iowas can't brawl? Huh? Huh? That's what I thought. Anyway, let's go ahead and wait for our guns to reload and pop a shot off at this Siegfried. Unless he decides to slam forwards like he's doing, then maybe we won't be able to do a whole lot here. Yeah, unfortunately. One thing I'm mainly worried about is torpedoes off my bow. And of course, those 15-inch guns from that pesky Siegfried. I think what we're going to do is actually turn off to the left so we can get some cover, and of course turn away from this Siegfried because he's a problem. Alright, so there's the Akatsuki. We're not too worried. He's behind the island. And I'm getting behind the island to get to cover, thank God. And, yeah. Anyway, Siegfried's still just charging. Still just charging. He's probably going to end up slowing down, though, because he knows I'm looking at him, most likely, if he's smart. So if he decides to slow down, which it doesn't look like he's doing, we're going to get our back gun off. 16-inch rounds inbound, maybe? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Rear turret of justice is back, baby, back. All right. Let's shoot off another 16-inch guns. Not the best dispersion in the world, but it shouldn't matter. No, it does matter. 2 overpens. Unfortunate. But hey, what can you do? And he torps our Nelson. Good job, Nelson. Good job. Looks like, though, he just got absolutely bitch-slapped by the anchorage. So, there you go. America, baby. America pulling through. Alright, so let's go on back up here and see if we can't shoot this Leon. Leon! Oh, never mind. There is an Akatsuki here. Huh. I wonder what he's trying to do. I wonder what he's trying to do. Let's guess. Is he A, just coming around to say hi, or is he B, trying to torpedo? I think it's B. I think he's trying to torpedo. What do you guys think? I think he's trying to torpedo. Unfortunately, the RNG of gods right now is on this man's side. Somehow I miss him for most of my shots at 6 kilometers, which is just amazing. Just amazing. But fortunately, the dummy is using widespreads, so we dodge almost all of those. Actually, we dodge every single one of them. What am I talking about? You gotta love it. You gotta love it. But hey, this is a first game. So far, I'm having fun. I mean, what can you say? I'm not gonna lie though. The shells have been a bit wonky this game, but let's be real. It's a battleship at the end of the day. Battleships are gonna be wonky from time to time, but at least the teammates are good. The teammates are doing utterly phenomenal this game for the most part. Destroyers are capping. Teammates aren't dying. It's good to see. It's really good to see. Now, what we're going to try to do is get around this corner here and just bitch slap some things. I really do want to slap some things around, man, before the game ends. Otherwise, I might not end up using this game as the video, because it's not that entertaining, and it doesn't show off what the Missouri's capable of. Unfortunately, I mean, the team is just doing too good. Look at this. Wow. Where are these teammates when I need them, man? Holy crap. Who needs me, man? Seems like I'm not needed in this battle. I'll just go to Narnia. I'm just not needed here. My whole team is just doing everything. Anyway, we got all 4 caps. We're at 940 points. I mean, not a whole lot left to do. Other than to bully this Leon. And, well, those look pretty decent. And yeah, 15,000 damage. I will take that. I will take that. And the team is just all focusing him. He is... Oh, he's not having fun. And the game is about to end. We're at 986 points, and he's shooting at me with 14-inch guns. They're going to hit the superstructure and get some pens, which is to be expected. Welcome to battleships. But, yeah, game's over. Okay. We're definitely not going to use that as the game. I think, you know what? Just for the shits and giggles, we're gonna keep that. That's a pretty decent first game. I mean, not really. We didn't do a whole lot of anything that game. I mean, look at the team. The whole team did fantastic. You don't see that very often. So you know what? I'm going to keep that in there. I'm going to keep that in this video, and we're going to have a double feature. We're going to go again. Let's just go. Let's just go. But yeah, that's not a very good game for me. Like, everybody else had a great game, but I didn't do shit. So let's see if we can't get a game where we're doing a bit more, having a bit more contribution to the game. So, maybe, right? We didn't do a whole lot that game. So, we did what we could. We radared the destroyer. It's not like we didn't do anything. Estuary again. Hey, I'll take this map. I do not get Estuary enough. I do like Estuary, so I will take this. And it's a carrier game. Hey, I don't mind a carrier game. I want to test out the AA. It's a Shikaku, so I'm not worried. Japanese planes get ripped apart. They're just made of paper mache, so yeah, good luck. Anyway, we got a Amalfi with us and a Udachi with us, and the carrier's on our side as well, so I'm feeling a little confident. I think what we're going to do is we're going to go off to the flank, and we're going to play the wide side here. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do. Once again, man, this ship just looks absolutely phenomenal. Like, can I just, like... Oh, man, it just looks so good.
Action stations.
Anyway, a little excited. Once again, but let's just go off to the left here and utilize our flanking power and our firepower here to our advantage. Carriers, planes are going. Some bombers from Lexington. Let's see if he can't spot some things over here. Yeah, right off the bat, Colorado. We know we overmatched the Colorado, so let loose, baby. Let loose. And those look decent. Come on. Yeah, 7.8k, I'll take it. Once again, not the best accuracy in the world, but what can you do? RNG is going to be like that sometimes. But still, a few pens, I'll take it. I'll take a few pens. Charles Martel, you're playing a dangerous game. Oh, you just tried to take a sneaky shot at me, you dirty little shit. You're lucky that I'm not going to turn my guns to shoot you, because I got a juicier Frenchie over here to chew up. So, before I do that, let's see. He ran aground. Well, you play stupid games. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Unfortunately, the RNG is just not on my side tonight. Okay. Good to know. RNG is not in my favor. That is just unfortunate. Over-angled Charles Martel crashing into an island. Nothing happening to him. Gotta love it. Try this again. Once again, horrible dispersion. Jesus, but we still smack him for 4 pens. Still get a smack there. The shells are great, just the dispersion's not today. That's better. But they land short. Okay, good to know. RNG, man. Yeah. RNG is really shafting me, man. Unfortunate. So, what can you do? Once again, look how horrible that dispersion is. What is this RNG right now? Goodness me. Utter 12-gauge shotguns right now. In fact, I think a 12-gauge shotgun would be more accurate than this thing. And you guys got to keep in mind, too, I'm running a full dispersion build. I'm running everything. And it's just not good enough, apparently, for wargaming. At least we can test the AA, though. Still getting crossfired from somebody that probably knows who I am. And this guy's coming around, so...
Torpedoes to starboard.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Yep. So I can't get good accuracy when he's on full HP, but oh, when he's on no HP, that's when I get the laser beams, and that's when I get the Citadel. Gotcha. Gotcha. I see what's going on here. Oh, Wargaming, we love you.
Problem solved, sir.
We love you. There's some better accuracy. That's what we're looking for. There we go. There we go. I will take it. Thank you, game, for actually being nice to me. Thank you. Thank you.
Much obliged.
Yeah, as you guys can see, the AA is just ripping these planes apart. Not very good accuracy once again. Back guns? Not very accurate. What I would do to be in an Alabama or a Massachusetts right now. Jesus, man, these guns are really letting me down today. Last game, they weren't too good. This game, not too good. That's better, but still. Got some touching though there. I like it. There we go. There we go.
Enemy aircraft carrier destroyed.
It's about time. Yeah, you keep attacking me, carrier. We get it. We get it. Alright, speaking of carriers, our carrier needs to go spot and defend the base.
Attention. Concentrate all efforts on protecting the base. Do not let the enemy take the base.
Alright, we got a Leon here. He's turning to angle, but it shouldn't matter at this range and this angle here he's presenting. He's still over-angled, so... yeah, that should absolutely wreck him. Apparently not. He can hit me harder while I'm angled, but I can't hit him hard at all. I'm just the RNG right now is absolutely shafting me. It's so unfortunate. So unfortunate. Here's where I get double fired. Did I not call it?
The ship is on fire.
Did I not call it or did I not call it, people? It's almost like I've been playing this game for 4 years. It's almost like I've been playing this game for 4 years. Broadside turrets at max range.
Problem solved, sir.
That's some very good results. That is 20,000 damage without even a Citadel hit. Here's where I get set on fire once. See? It's like I know these things, ladies and gentlemen.
The ship is on fire.
It's like I know these things. Here's where I get set on fire again, and I'm dead. Yeah. Yep. You know, I like the ship so far. As you guys can see, it has potential. 32 main battery hits, 90,000 damage. That's a pretty good ratio. 19 plane shot down. It's not a bad ship, but when RNG is absolutely shafting you, there's not a whole lot you can do. As you guys can see, when RNG is shafting you, when it is constantly messing with you, there's not anything you can do about it. That's just really fucking tragic, because I want to have a good game, but I can't. But hey, someone's got to be honest from time to time. And man, that's just unfortunate as fuck. But yeah, we're gonna go back to port, and I'm gonna go and conclude today's video. This is a bit of a longer video, but nonetheless, I hope you guys did enjoy it. That's the Missouri. I'm gonna play this ship more, and maybe I might get a better game for you guys. But until then, I hope you all did enjoy today's video. Bit of an honest review, bit of a honest video, as all videos should be. Pardon my little criticisms from here and there and whatnot. But you guys got to keep in mind, I'm very unfiltered sometimes, and well, if you don't like it, kick rocks, beat sand, and well, bye-bye. I really don't care. But if you guys did enjoy it, though, if you guys aren't little snowflakes, appreciate you. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys so much for the support lately. You guys have been amazing. And, well, Yeah, that's the Missouri. Where did we actually place that game? Huh. We placed top. We placed top that game. Who saw that coming? Everybody. But anyway, I'm just joking. You all have a fantastic rest of your weeks. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I will catch you all on the next one. Peace out. Stay healthy. As always.